A Course in Carols song number 4 is the very, very short round. Christmas is coming, the goose is getting fat. Our first note is a D. Our first chord is a D. And this is a round. So if you want to run this back and practice it as a round with me, all you have to do is start on the one section where the 2 section starts, right? So when I'm singing Please to Put a Penny, you would start Christmas is Coming, right? Okay, but here we go. 1, 2, ready. Christmas is coming, the goose is getting fat. Please to put a penny in the old man's hat. Please to put a penny in the old man's hat. Christmas is coming, the goose is getting fat. Please to put a penny in the old man's hat. Please to put a penny in the old man's hat. All right, so there we go. There is Christmas is Coming. And like I said, run it back, try it as a round. I went through it twice. Of course, you can go through it more times than that. You can do it, if you've got 4 people singing, you can do it 4 times and then have an entrance for each time that you're running it through. And that makes a really actually nice effect. So let's talk about the chords, okay? We've got our D chord that we talked about in the last video, okay, where we're barring across the 2nd fret, and we are putting our pinky on the 5th fret of the 1st string. I like this version of D, but if you're more used to the other version of D, however it is you finger it, there's like a whole bunch of different ways to finger that version of D. That will work fine in this one. There's no reason why you have to do the barred version of D in this one. In fact, you could even do some kind of inversion up here instead, right? Or let me see, is it up here? You could do it way up here if you wanted to. Okay, doesn't matter. Any version of D is going to work. We have our G chord, which we've already talked about a couple videos ago, and then we have our A7 chord. And this is super easy. First finger, 1st fret on the 3rd string. And one of the nice things I like about this one, and going to this version of D, not the version of D I did, but sort of the plain vanilla version, is that you can put your 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string and just put your other 2 fingers around it on the 2nd fret, and you get a version of D that's very easy to switch back and forth between D and A7. Okay, so that's kind of a fun thing to do if you'd like to, right? But still, switching from the G to the A7 is a that makes it harder if you do it that way, because on this version, going from G to A7, you can do the G, and then you can take whatever finger you had on that 3rd string and just move it down. Down. That's down, right? This is up. Down, up, right? Okay, so G, and then just move into the A7, and that's what I was doing in this one. We've talked about the Chattanooga strum before in another video, but let me go ahead and review it really quick. It's all down ups, down up, down up, down up, down up, except you put some accents in there, so it becomes down up, Chattanooga, Chattanooga, weak, strong, weak, strong, weak, strong. When people talk about the backbeats in music, this is what we're talking about, is giving emphasis to the beats 2 and 4, right? So Chattanooga, Chattanooga, Chattanooga. In this case, Christmas coming, I'm actually doing it in double time. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, right? Okay. And so, not quite. It's actually more like 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and never mind. It's double time. Okay, so Christmas is coming, as opposed to single time, which would be Christmas is coming, the goose is right? Okay, I can't even do it at that speed because I haven't practiced it that way, right? That is really odd. Christmas is coming, the goose is getting fat, right? I did it, right? I had to think about it though. So, Christmas is coming, the goose is just getting fat. I like that much better, okay, in double time. So that is all there really is to Christmas is Coming. A very simple song. It makes a great round if you've got a gathering to be able to do something like that together. I love rounds for groups. They're not so much fun to sing on your own. They're okay. But generally a round is meant to be sung with people. And I know that's a bit of a hard thing these days right now, but gather your family around and teach this to them, and have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.